All right, so we're going to go live. All right, so this is working now, Charles. It's going to work here in a second. It should. All right, so we're going to go live. All right, so this is working now, Charles. It's going to work here in a second. It should. All right, there we go, Charles. I apologize for the technical difficulties. This is the first time that we have did this before, so let me remove. There we go, Charles. All right, so let's rock and roll, everyone. All right, so good morning, everyone. Sorry for the delay with this live stream. We were trying to get the YouTube to work. This is our first time doing this YouTube live contest. So next time and next month when we do it, we'll be seasoned at it. So I do apologize for that once again. But with that said, I want to start off by introducing myself. My name is O'Brien, and I am the CEO of the Dorian Way, which is an options mentoring firm that specializes in teaching individuals how to trade options on a one-on-one basis. Everything that we offer includes some type of one-on-one basics, some type of one-on-one type of connection with our members. With that said, let me introduce Charles and let me have him introduce himself, and then we're going to go over a series of questions from him based on him being the contest winner. We have what we call a follow, learn, and earn process where we teach people to trade by following two different accounts that we have. We have an account on Tastyworks and we have an account on Thinkorswim, and that we encourage members to follow, but we don't want members to be robots. We want them to learn how to trade on their own, just in case we're not around, they can still be successful. You know that old adage, teach them, give a man a fish, he can't learn to, feed himself, but teach him to fish and then he can feed himself. You get the gist of that type of adage. With Charles, we encourage members to learn from us and then take what they learn from us and kind of make it their own. And Charles has done that. Charles has actually been our winner for the month of May and the month of April. So Charles has had an amazing 2 months. And so we want to get to know Charles and see what we can learn from Charles and help ourselves in our trading going forward. All right, Charles, good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm doing great, Mr. O'Brien.
Awesome. Charles, tell us about yourself, your name and where you live at and what you do for a living, just to kind of give people a background about you.
Yeah, so my name is Charles Menjor. I stay around the Pearland, outside suburbs of Houston area. I'm a hospice home health nurse. I've been doing it I've been a nurse for over like 7 years now. I've been doing hospice for close to 2 years now.
Okay, awesome. Just to give a little bit more background about Charles, I met Charles about 2.5 years ago, give or take, at a event in Houston when we were doing in-person events in Houston. We are doing them again now, but Charles has a young daughter around my daughter's age, and Charles was so committed to come to learn about options. He would bring his daughter to the option meetings, which is pretty cool. So Charles, tell us, how long have you been trading, and how did you start trading? Did you start trading in, buying stocks? Did you start with options? How did you start?
I started been trading seriously. Well, I've been trading for probably over 4 to 5 years now. I was, started off just buying stocks. Then I went into buying at the money calls and puts, and then it led to, going to studying more and then getting into verticals and selling verticals.
Okay.
The progression of it, yeah.
Okay, cool. So Charles, tell us how long you've been with the Dorian Way.
I would say probably close to 2 years now, probably, if not 2 years, I believe so.
Okay. And did you start in the trading club? Did you start as some type of package? How did you start?
I believe it was the trading club. It was a while ago. I believe it's the trading club. I kept going to the meetings because I want to learn, like, what is he doing? because it was the key. I needed one more thing because I was there. I was standing there like, man, I'm still break even or losing. Then I just like, okay, let me just buy into this package. Let me just do it. And when I bought into it, then doing the course, it just around the scene. After lesson 2 or 3, I like, I got it. It just clicked for me. And then okay, let me change up how to do it. And then ever since now, I've just been perfecting how I like to trade.
Okay, so tell us how what your trading style is now, and how has the Dorian Way helped you in that trading style? Because your trading style is unique, Charles.
Yes. So with I learned more from your trading stock. You do the 30, the 35 to 45 days, monthly credit spreads, and then I was like, I'm young, so I like to take more risks. So I shortened that up, and I shortened it up by doing I do more weeklies, 2 to 3 days. I usually do 4 to 5 days or 2 to 3 days. Sometimes I do zero DTE trades, but I use less capital. I do based on my risk management, based on my net leg. I do not use more than 50% of my income, what I have left over in case I have to adjust. And I just have perfected a way. And I usually do more call verticals. I usually don't do put verticals in case it doesn't go against me so fast. I'm able to adjust it and then get a put option, or just moving on to a couple of days or moving on to the next week and give myself more time.
Okay, cool. So kind of break it down a little bit more for us, Charles, because this is really unique. Like, for example, what day do you place your trade? You say you do a weekly trade. What day you place it, and how much money do you, or how many contracts, or things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's say I'll start, like, if it's like the end of the week is Friday, and I estimate, okay, by that, because Friday most of my trades are closed out because they should expire by Friday. Well, all of them should be done by Friday. So I estimate my net leg, see, I'll go back and see, bar charts. I see how it's been trending for the past week or two. I see the past weekly to 1 year, estimate how it's been, closing out. What's the high for the past week? Then I estimate, then I look into the big ETFs. I usually don't do stocks. If I do stocks, I do Amazon, Google, don't know the most popular ones, because as you know, if a regular stock goes against you, it goes against you fast. But ETFs on a long term, it's more steady. So I look at the SPYs, SPX, Russell, sometimes the bonds, big ETFs, and then I usually try to go around the 10 delta calls. Usually 10 or less delta. And I always try to give myself 90% probability of profit. Right. And then I also, for my risk management, I try to stay around, right now I'm trying to stay around the 5% of my net leg for each position I put in. And I always do not go over 50% of my whole portfolio, because if it all go against me, then I have time to adjust and then roll out to the next day, and then always have time in my favor to correct itself. And then also sometimes if it goes really against me, I'll take a little loss if I have to. But last month I took a little bigger loss last month, but overall for the past year and a half, I really haven't. And I could talk a little more about the loss I took. I was in NDX and I had a put vertical on the NDX, and most of the day I'm stuck. And since I've been training so much, you get so cocky and you're like, oh, it's not gonna go against me. And I knew it wasn't gonna go against me. Okay, I can let it expire. Workflows, it's gonna be fine. 2 o'clock came, it just all the way against me. It kept going down. I'm like, oh, it's gonna go back up. And like, I was trading and I knew what to do, and I still would have won. I know I still would have won. But I just like, okay, let's just play, and I just let it go against me. Then I lost. I think I lost, max bet, lost max profit on that one. And I lost over a little over $1,000, but I make pretty much every week so far, so it was a little hit. So, but I'm still up for the month anyway, so regardless of that low loss.
Yeah. So what Charles is saying, everyone, is that the NDX is a cash settled index. It's one of the popular ones with the SPX, the VIX, the RUT, which is the RUT. Those are all cash settled indexes that are decent to do weeklies in or to day trade with, especially the SPX. So if he has max loss, he doesn't have to take ownership of the shares. It's cash settled. So it's a European style option, which is cash settled. which is pretty cool. So Charles, are you trading in an account that's more than 100K or less than 100K?
No, my accounts are less than 100K. I'm trading both my I'm right now I'm trading my Roth and I have an individual account, which are
Okay.
both doing pretty good so far right
Okay.
now.
All right. So Charles, how much were you up in April? Do you remember percentage wise? Because I remember.
Uh, I really don't remember.
So Charles is up a little bit more than 18% in April, and
Pretty good.
then in May he was up a little bit more than 10%. So he's had an amazing 2 month
This,
stretch,
this
and
month is
well,
good.
this month you're doing well too though. But
It gets easier when you get more capital. It's just less risk you take. It gets easier, more
yes,
capital to get into it.
yes,
We're
I like
keeping it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So you have you you've had a great run, which is amazing. And regardless if you have a small account or a big account, if you're doing 18 and 10% in a month, that's awesome, right? Because this is a linear game. To me, it's easier to make money as you have a bigger account, at least up to a certain extent, right? And that certain extent is a lot of money. You have to have, you know, I think doing this option game over 100 million before you start having, in my opinion, big problems. But if you have a small account and you're starting with $2,000, it's hard to um, keep all the risk metrics because you have to use almost all your account to be able to make some money. Um,
right.
but if you have, the more you get, once you get 10,000, 30,000, 50,000, and you can do that 18 to 10%, it's pretty awesome. You start to really change the dynamics of your income trading and how much you can supplement your income, and then at some point be able to do it full time. So Charles, tell us what your biggest, as you can remember, your biggest loser or your biggest defeat trading over the last few years.
I think the last Monday was I lost like
Okay.
1,400 that day, honestly.
Okay.
But
Okay.
like I didn't even like. Well, I'm not gonna lie. After I lost it, I was mad at myself because I knew what I should have done. I still would have won even when it went against me because of how I traded my race pen, right? So
Uh,
right after I went straight to the gym. I like let me get my head, and then the next day, right now I forgot about it. I can laugh about it now, but then that day I was really mad at myself because they shouldn't have
well,
done.
you're better than me then, because I still think about big losses years ago and still go
Forget about it.
But you
Yeah,
need to forget about stuff like that though, right? For the most part, I forget about it, but it's still in the back of my head as, you know, why did I do such a stupid thing? But
yeah,
that
yeah. I'm not.
happens.
And the way I think about it is I forget about it because I know over time when I put my trading over 80, 90% probability it's gonna always be successful. So if I know if that's the one time, it's not gonna happen like anytime soon. And it shouldn't still happen even when it went against me. Like I said, I still should have adjusted and I still would have won. So that's how I
Okay.
look in my mind, that's how I think about it. So like, okay, it's fine. It's gonna happen.
All right. So before I ask you what your biggest winner was over the last several years, or what you think your business success, it could be a one trade or it can be a month. That 18% month was pretty awesome.
Yeah. That's
But how do you adjust, Charles? Kind of explain what to some degree, what do you do when you adjust? Because members probably want to understand
okay.
that.
You want me to show or just trying to explain it? It'll be
Just
easier.
just just yeah, just try to explain it.
Okay, so let's say let's say like a Monday, and I put my trade in for 2 days for Wednesday to expire, right? So
Hmm.
the very next day, I have one DTE left, and it's
Hmm.
Tuesday, and I'm in the let's say I'm in the SPX.
Hmm.
Around when I'll say usually I get kind of I will try to adjust when it get to the 30 delta.
Hmm.
So I close the position, add another position, and then whatever debit I have, I put on the put side
Hmm.
and let it play it out. And if it continues to kill against me, I might do it again and put another put side. But after that, I'll take the risk off. Now at that point, if it keep going against me, I take that. If it keep going against my call side, I'll take it off and then just give myself more time. I put like 5 days or 7 days in the future to give myself more time because I know it's just going against me in my other position I save.
Hmm.
So I won't add more risk and more capital to use, and I'll just give myself more time in the future to be right.
Okay.
And usually I get right at that point. I make it right. So at that point, so now the next day, those two positions will get cleared, and then like the next 5-7 days, if that go against me, I can do the process again. And over time, with 80%, 90% probably with the risk management I'm taking, I usually get right.
Okay. Awesome. So that will sound familiar type of risk management for our members. So you said you usually start at around the no higher than around the 10 delta, and then you adjust once you get around the 30 delta.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So what was your biggest success or winner over the last few years that you can think
of? I really I can't pinpoint about, like I said, I guess that month was my biggest month I had, but like for each individual, because I don't always think, I don't know, my mindset is I don't really think about I don't think about I mean, sometimes I think about right now, but I think weekly. I always think like, okay, how can I get this weekly month? Okay, what's my which I got on the table? And I was like, okay, boom, by Friday, let's go next week. So that's how I always think weekly, build, study, build. That's how I think. I don't think about, let me see how I'm gonna get, because to me, that one day is not going to, I don't think about the biggest winner that day. I always think about, okay, weekly, because I could pinpoint my weekly, boom, this week, next week, and then my end of the month, okay, I've had a good month. I do it by week, and it gives me, outlook in the future wise for how I want to do.
Okay, that makes sense, right? Because you're placing your trades on a weekly basis, so you have short-term, focus. I'm going to just focus on this week and do my best to win that week, which is great. So Charles, a couple more questions. So what are you working on now to improve your trading? Like, what do you think you need to get better at that you're trying to work on?
Maybe just learning, researching more, diversifying, trying to figure out other like stocks I need to get into, reducing my risk, because I'm a little over, because getting 18-20% every month is not, it's not ideal, right? So I know I'm a little over leveraged. I understand that, but I'm so, like I said, the way I trade, I feel like I'm so confident I could do it, But maybe, maybe I do need to lower my risk management down a little bit to be more steady in the future wise. That's why I believe I know for a fact I'll be, my biggest risk. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll definitely start doing that. The more your accounts grow and so forth, you'll start getting less and less risky, right? Because once you have a lot, or you made a lot, you don't want to give it back, so you get more and more conservative. I know, at least for myself and most traders I've understood. Charles, any other insights you would like to provide to the group, and any encouragement or anything such as that?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest encouragement I say, like I said, when I first started trading, I was losing. First year or two, I was losing. Just keep going, keep researching. If something don't work, keep doing it, keep doing it. After you do a certain amount of time, it's not what it's you're doing it, right? And then discipline. Being disciplined, you have a set rule. If it goes against third delta, adjust it. Like I said, NDX, I know what I should have. Even sometimes when you know it, when you're not disciplined, you know what to do, you don't do it at that moment, it's gonna go against you. Don't try to be like, don't think emotional thinking like, oh, it's gonna go the right way, it's gonna turn around. Don't think like that. Just think statistic wise, be disciplined, and know that if it's at this point, be mechanical, adjust it, and just do it again and repeat, doing it over and over again. And risk management, handle your risk well. If you have a account with 30,000, if you want to don't try to put more than 10% on each position, because you taking more risk. It doesn't, the math don't work that way. Just understand the math behind it, and just do those things, and you should be successful.
Okay, awesome. Excellent points, Charles. Super appreciate it. Charles, if any of the members would like to contact you, is it okay if I give them your email address?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Okay, awesome. So, Charles, thank you so much for joining us this morning for this interview. Super appreciate you, and you've had an amazing run. You've had a run so great. We had to change the rules for the follow, learn, and earn, and say that you can only win 2 times in a row, so we can make sure people like yourself is not winning every month.
This month is a great month. It's gonna be a good month. Yeah. I just want to, what. I just want to say, I want to thank you, Brian. It was worth everything, like how I bought into this program. So you really helped me. You improve my trading. It really helped me. Joining you really clicked for me. And then after I joined you, that's when I really started being profitable. That's why I really started being successful in trading. So I really appreciate it, man.
Awesome. Thank you, Charles. We definitely appreciate you. And you take 1 month, take 1 month off, and you can go back to being the winner in July. We'll see how it plays out. So with that said, thanks again, Charles, and thank everyone for joining us this morning. Try to have a great day trading the markets, everyone. Bye now.
All right, thank you.